about a month into Ranked, and XDefiant has a new problem that you may not even have encountered yet, or haven't realized you encountered it yet. I'm talking about Smurfs. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and this week has surely had its ups and its downs for XDefiant, and the high was probably seeing someone finally hit Legend in Ranked. But that was quickly soured when a few people in the comments of my last video started accusing him of cheating. But outside of some outlandish comment from someone saying using a controller on PC is cheating, which is the stupidest thing I've heard all week, no one could show me any sort of actual evidence that this guy was cheating. This same person also said that the whole top 500 was going to be banned on Monday. Now, I don't know if he knows something that I don't, but I don't think that would ever happen, especially not right now, because that would surely kill the game. So just out of sheer curiosity, I went to check out the new #1 Legends old stream VODs and started going down a rabbit hole that I knew existed in literally every other FPS game, but hadn't even thought that it could be affecting this game so soon. That rabbit hole is known as smurfing, or as some call it, boosting, which are actually two separate things. So what is smurfing, or a Smurf account? Well, I'll give you my honest rundown, and it's gonna get a little heated because Smurfs have ruined so many games over the years for me and the people I play with, and overall just makes the game worse. A Smurf account is when someone is at a high rank and either doesn't have the skill to push past where they are, or gets tired of the constant sweat fest that they make a brand new account, which on a free-to-play game is very simple, and plays on that account starting in very low ranked lobbies and just stomps the competition in those games, if you can even call it competition. This ruins the game because a lot of times there are teams of Smurfs that do this, and when you're still in the lower ranks, you stand no chance. It would be like putting a team of silvers up against diamonds and saying that that is okay. Those two can't even matchmake with one another under normal circumstances, so it shouldn't happen any other way. This is honestly the most scummy thing a person can do in a game outside of cheating, especially in a game where you can go into pubs and have no skill-based matchmaking. Remember that selling point? Yeah. So why else would you make a Smurf account? Well, you'd make it to boost other players who are having troubles ranking up in lower lobbies. So you take a diamond or a legend ranked player and get them on a Smurf account and have them carry you through the ranks that they have no business being in. Ranked is in such a fragile state right now that doing this is only driving more players away every day. These top ranked players always say things like how great the game is and how much they enjoy it. Well, you're contradicting your words with your actions because you're making it worse by doing this. Unless you're just that ignorant and can't see how bad this is for not only this game, but for any game. Another reason someone would be on a Smurf account is with the intent to sell that account for monetary gain, which is just all kinds of ick. But now you're probably either fuming like me, or you also have Smurf accounts on games and you're sticking through to see how best to defend the scum that do this. Well, let me show you a few more things before you jump down in those comments and go all keyboard warrior if you're that type of person. Yesterday, I made a video applauding Astonish for being the first person to hit Legend, and my kudos still stands for that accomplishment. Assuming nothing comes out later that he actually did cheat to do that, I applaud him for that. However, I found out that he also has a Smurf account and doesn't even hide the fact that he is smurfing and boosting. It's literally the title of one of his streams. So way to go getting legends, but honestly, from the depths of my gut, f you for smurfing and ruining this game for other people. The fact that he doesn't even try to hide it is insane to me, considering what he's doing breaks terms of service for every Ubisoft game. Take a look at section 3.1, rules of conduct, 4th bullet point down, word for word. Engage in any activity such as cheating, hacking, botting, boosting, or tampering that gives the account owner and or his/her teammates an unfair advantage or causes detriment to other players' experience. So boosting is right there, and for anyone watching that's still defending them up to this point, I point you back to the very start and the very end of that same bullet point. Engage in any activity ... that gives the account owner and or his or her teammates an unfair advantage or causes detriment to other players' experience. I'm no expert, but I'd say that smurfing gives both the account owner and their teammates an unfair advantage, and it also causes detriment to the other players on the enemy team's experience, ruining it for them because they loaded into a game thinking they were going to be playing people of similar rank as them, and they got the low-life smurf who doesn't want to play on their main account for whatever reason and couldn't just play pubs. And again, if you saw my video from yesterday where I asked him why did he think it took longer to hit legend than he thought, or most people thought it should take, well, it probably didn't help that he was spending countless hours on a frickin' smurf. That's part of the why right there. And if you're still here defending them and saying they haven't broken any ToS and smurfing isn't part of that, then for my last trick, I direct you to section 2 of the same Ubisoft Terms of Use document, section 2.1 to be exact. Blah, 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 blah. Next part of it, except if specifically allowed within a particular service, XDefiant not being this particular service or one of them, you acknowledge that you may not create multiple accounts. So call to action, Mr. Rubin. This isn't just your top ranked player breaking your terms of service. Your number 2 ranked player is doing the same thing. And this is as far as I went because this isn't my job to do this, it's yours. Your entire top 100 players probably all have smurfs, or at the very least, a majority of them do. So why aren't they being banned? Well, because they're probably the only ones bringing attention to the game right now, and seeing people try to chase for that first legend spot was the only thing interesting. Well, they're about to start bringing negative attention to the game because you can't turn a blind eye to this. You cannot be this ignorant to have people blatantly breaking terms of service and snitching on themselves in their stream titles that I know some of your devs watch. Ball's in your court. And lastly, for anyone still thinking it's okay to have a smurf, or for these top ranked players to have one and it doesn't break any kind of rules or agreements they signed when trying to play any Ubisoft game, don't even bother sticking around. I just showed you written in black and white on a document. You can look up for yourself how it's against multiple sections of their terms of use. If you still don't believe me, or you still don't believe that they did anything wrong, I can't change your mind, obviously. But for those of you who are now upsetty spaghetti and you have Twitter, I suggest using hashtag #BanSmurfs, tag Aches and Mark on Twitter, link this video if you need to, or just refer them to section 2.1 and 3.1 of their own terms of use, and demand that they ban the players on the ranked leaderboard and anyone else that is doing this. They're ruining the integrity of the game, and if the devs want to sit idly by and watch them do it, we at least need to make sure we do our part and make them aware, because clearly they can't seem to ban anyone without us giving them video proof on Twitter. Here's the proof, all in one video for them. Now do your job. And if this continues and none of these people are banned and they drop the top 500 leaderboard in game, it's going to be even worse. Right now, we're relying on third-party sites to tell us who's in the lead on these leaderboards for rank and stuff. If this drops in game, they're basically going to be advertising for smurfs, especially since at some point those same smurf accounts are going to be in the top 500. So you're going to have top 500 legends and 250 of them are going to be different people because they all have a smurf account. For those of you who made it to the end of this video, I appreciate each of you and really hope that you also don't smurf. And we had such an awesome stream last night that unless something else comes up or I get stuck making another video for tomorrow, I may just do another surprise stream tonight around the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And who knows, it may even be on Twitch as well as YouTube, just as a test run. But if you're still watching and you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like on the video so I know you enjoyed this type of content. And if this is the second or more video that you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? 76% of you watching probably aren't subscribed. And to be honest, I've never seen a video from anyone who uses this statistic have more than 50% of people subscribed. So can we be the first? That's all up to you, but I'll catch you in the next one.